Dear students, welcome once again to Army Public School PMA Resource Network. Before we start today's lesson, please subscribe this page and click on the bell icon. Dear students, our today's session includes again both literature and language. We will be trying to come up to the required lines so that it could be made fruitful for reading, comprehension, and equally for speaking indeed. So today's topic for literature is the novel Secret Garden, Chapter 4. Let's see the objectives of this session. Students to read the text with correct pronunciation, develop the critical and creative thinking, answer the questions of the novel, analyze the sequence of the events, understand the script of the novel, learn to write the character sketch of different characters, inculcate the habit and interests of plantation and gardening. Mary Lennox lived in India with her parents. Her parents had died because of a terrible disease. Then she moved to Yorkshire to her uncle's house. She was received by Mrs. Madlock. Mrs. Madlock was the servant of her uncle. There she met with Martha, who told her about the secret garden. Mary was excited to know about the secret garden. Ultimately, she found the key of the secret garden and she visited the garden secretly. Mary found the secret garden a wonderful place. So she decided and made a plan to grow more flowers in the garden. Dear students, here we come to the reading portion in which we have to read it as per standard pronunciation, and also we have to see and note the meanings of difficult words. Now let's start chapter 4, the novel Secret Garden. Mary worked in her garden every day. One morning she asked Ben Weatherstaff, "What flowers do you like most, Ben? Do you like roses?" "Yes, I do," he smiled. "I worked for a kind lady 10 years ago. Her garden was full of roses and she loved them very much." "Where is she now?" asked Mary. "Heaven," he answered, and went back to work. "Oh, and the flowers?" she asked. "Did they die?" Ben looked at her. "Some of them lived. But why are you asking so many questions?" "Well, I have got nothing to do," said Mary quickly, and skipped away. Then she heard a strange sound. She went towards it and saw a boy with a squirrel and two rabbits round him. He was playing music to them with a wooden pipe. "Don't move, they will run away," he said to her quietly. He stopped playing and stood up slowly. "I am Dickon," he said. "And you are Miss Mary?" Dickon was 12 and he had very blue eyes and a big smile. "Hello," he said. "Did you get the letter?" "Yes," answered the boy. "Look, I have brought the tools and some flower seeds." "Oh, thank you," she said. "I can help you plant them. Where's your garden?" he asked. Mary's face turned red. She looked at Dickon. "Can you keep a secret?" she asked. "I keep secrets all the time," he said. "Don't worry. I have taken a garden," she said. "Nobody wants it and nobody ever goes there. And nobody can take it away from me," she said, and started crying. Dickon spoke kindly. "Don't worry," he said again. I won't say anything. Where is it? Mary took him to the secret garden and opened the door. Oh, it's beautiful, he said. It's like a dream. Did you know about it? Mary asked. Martha told me about it. I always wanted to see it, he said. I want everything to grow again, she told him. Will you help me, please? I will come every day, he said. There is a lot to do, but we will have great fun. The two children happily began their work. Mary didn't want to stop at midday. I have to go for lunch. Will you leave too? She asked Dickon. I have my lunch with me. He smiled and took out a sandwich. You go and eat, and I will do some more work. She ran to her room. Martha, she said, excited. I have seen Dickon. Well, said Martha. Did he bring your tools and flowers? Oh, yes. They were just what I wanted, and I really like Dickon too. He is waiting for me outside, smiled Mary, and ate quickly. But Martha had news. Your uncle came home this morning, Miss Mary, and he wants to see you. Mary went white. Mrs. Matlock took the girl to her uncle's room. He was sitting in an armchair by the fire. He was a tall man with an unhappy face, and his black hair was starting to turn white. This is Miss Mary, sir, said Mrs. Matlock. Thank you, Matlock. You may go, said Mr. Craven. Are you well? He asked Mary. I'm sorry, but I forgot about you. I think I have to get a teacher for you, he said. Mary began to shake. Please, she said, please don't get me a teacher yet. Don't look so frightened, child. I don't know anything about children, but I want you to be happy. What would you like? Do you need toys or books? Asked Mr. Craven. I like playing outside, and I would like a little garden, she finally said. A garden, he said. Do you like gardens? Yes, she said. I want to make things grow. Mr. Craven's eyes got kinder. Someone else loved flowers too. He said quietly, a teacher can wait. You can have your garden, he told Mary. And he added, tomorrow I am leaving, so goodbye. Mary was very happy. She ran to her magic place, but Dickon was not there. Then she saw a note on a tree. It was from Dickon. I will come back. Now look at the summary of chapter 4 of The Secret Garden. Mary begins working in the garden every day. She meets Martha's brother Dickon. She shares the secret about the garden she is making for herself. Dickon brings the gardening tools for Mary and helps her in work. Mary meets Mr. Craven for the first time. He treats Mary kindly. The connection with the flowers and the plants transforms her into a healthier and better person. Dear students, as we have gone through the process of reading at per standard pattern, certainly you will have difficult words in your mind in spite of knowing the actual means of some of the words. You would be confused to understand the contextual meanings. So, for ease and understanding, I have chosen those words to explain and make you understand their concepts by explaining their meanings and synonyms. Let's see the meanings of difficult words. Heaven, a safe or peaceful place. Tools, something that helps you to do particular activity. Skip away, moving along lightly or quietly. Strange sound, unusual or surprising sound. Frighten, deter someone or something from involvement or action by making them afraid. Kinder, having or showing a friendly, generous, and considerate nature. Magic place, a place of mysterious activities. Students, here we come to the most important part of today's lecture, that is home assignment. This is the only way to know how much you have learned from this prolonged process of teaching and learning. Answer the following questions after going through the notes you made during reading. What did Mary ask Mr. Ben and what was his reply? Do you think the woman about whom Mr. Ben talked was wife of Mr. Craven? If you think yes or no, support your answer with a reason. Describe Dickon in one line. What do you think? What kind of boy was he? Give a reason for your answer. Okay guys, now we are starting English language portion of our today's session. So the topic is celebrations. This is unit 4. Now let's see the learning objectives of this session. Listen to description of celebrations in different cultures. Practice theme, vocabulary. Speak about celebrations in different countries. What is celebration? To celebrate means to mark a special day, event, or holiday. You might celebrate a birthday, a religious holiday, or even the anniversary of a famous battle. Different world over famous celebrations are displayed in the succeeding slides. Eid al-Fitr. Eid al-Fitr is a holy day celebrated by Muslims all over the world when the month of Ramadan is over, according to the lunar calendar. It is a gift from Allah to His people for fasting for the whole month of Ramadan. Once the new moon is sighted, the next day is Eid al-Fitr. Eid al-Fitr marks an occasion for enjoyment, forgiveness, and feasting. In this festival, the Muslims wear their best clothes and people go out to meet relatives and friends. Gifts are exchanged and children get gift of money Eid from adults. The poor are helped so that they too can participate in the Eid celebrations. This is called Fitrana. Delicious dishes are cooked and people enjoy eating mouth-watering treats prepared at home. Parks, tourist sites, and restaurants are crowded with happy people. Each celebrations continue for 3 days and it is difficult to get back into a normal routine after such a wonderful time. The Rio Carnival. Rio de Janeiro in Brazil is famous for its carnival, which is celebrated in February and lasts for 4 days. The celebration is the world's largest carnival, which mixes European traditions with African culture. There are also thousands of local people who take part in the colorful parades, and tourists who come to watch the carnival too. Everyone joins in the fun of this summer celebration. Samba is the traditional form of Brazilian dance, and one of the most important events during the carnival is the Samba School Parade, when neighborhood groups perform their samba routines to live music and drummers. Every year, Samba schools choose their own theme and create their own carnival floats, spectacular costumes, and music to take part in the carnival competition. The amazing parade, which takes place in the Sambodromo, is an avenue specially built for the carnival and fills the city with the sounds of this fabulous rhythmic music. Sharing the third world famous celebration, and that is Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year is celebrated for 16 days from Chinese New Year's Eve to the Lantern Festival. The preparation starts 7 days before Chinese New Year's Eve. Some Chinese start to celebrate and prepare for New Year as early as day 8 of the 12th month of the lunar calendar. This is a festival called Laba. Many celebration activities for this period are traditional customs, but some are quite new. Okay, guys, now this is the time of your home assignment. You have to attempt two tasks. The first one is about celebrations. You can see a table here. There are 5 columns. In very first column, different well-known celebrations are given and you have to write the relevant information about each celebration in the succeeding columns. Your second task is to write a paragraph on the most memorable event with your family or friends or with your neighbor or other people around you. Do it on loose sheets or notebook and send it to me via AIS portal in practice. Have a nice day. Goodbye.